Good morning. It's 6 o'clock. We're with you all the way through until 9. Adil, Ray and Susanna here from 6:30. Plenty around in the news. Top story, Boris Johnson has been urged by Labour to come clean and apologise after a leaked video showed senior Downing Street staff joking about a Christmas party inside number 10 last year, of course, when social events were banned under COVID restrictions. It's now emerged Christmas drinks and canapes were also held in the Department for Education. Imagine behind you there is a sort of ferocious feeling of a sort of teetering on a crisis in there, really, because many loved ones who were either kept separated or, in fact, lost family members this time last year will be feeling completely betrayed.
Yeah, and there was...
Well, the fight against COVID, of course, continues. Another 7 million people aged over 40 can now book their COVID booster jab from today. The gap from the second vaccine dose has been cut to 3 months as the Omicron variant continues to spread. It comes exactly a year after the first COVID jab was given to a patient in Britain. Jonathan, happened. 118 million people, Jonathan, have since had their jabs. But of course, now we're talking about the COVID booster jab, and that there's a sense of urgency, isn't there, now, about that? Storm Barra has been battering Britain, with parts of it certainly, with heavy rain, snow and winds gusting up to 86 miles an hour. Dozens of flood warnings have been issued. Thousands of homes have now lost power. Nithya, from your face that it's very windy there and very wet. What's the situation there? Elsewhere, councillors in Norway will decide today whether to send London a new Christmas tree. This year's traditional gift has been mocked as looking anaemic and even, dare I say, ugly. Nick Dixon is in... Why are people criticising it, and what's Norway feeling about it?
Morning, Ranvir.
England were bowled out for 147 on the opening day of the Ashes. In Brisbane, Joe Root's side are hoping to become the first England team to win Down Under since the 2010 to 11 series. Holders Australia need only a draw to retain the urn. Mark, anaemic-looking tree. I imagine England are feeling a little bit sore about this. What's going on? Did they play particularly badly, or were Australia particularly good?
Ranvir.
Right, well, talking of the weather, we saw Nithya there getting battered by the sort of rain and the wind. Laura is in a very windy West Britain, is here all the way through until 9 o'clock. Adil, Ray and Susanna here from 6:30. Coming up, Hollywood Late, get the news, travel and, of course, some more of the weather where you are. 19 minutes past 6. Welcome back. Let's have more on that leaked Downing Street video about the alleged lockdown busting party obtained by ITV News, showing senior number 10 staff rehearsing a press conference last December. Let's just take a look at a longer version of that clip. Well, our chief correspondent, Richard Gaisford. Right, Vic Hope is here with today's entertainment news. That's quite a big move, isn't it, I suppose?
Yeah.
Here, vaccine passports are not a thing at the moment, are they?
No, they're not.
I suppose if you're going all that way to go and see her in Las Vegas, I mean, even to get to America, obviously, you have to be double jabbed, so I suppose in and of itself it makes sense. But, yeah, a really interesting move from her. I wonder whether others will start doing that. See you this morning. Coming up next, Adil, Ray and Susanna will be here in just a moment. Joining them, one of the stars. Meanwhile, of course, the fight against COVID continues. Another 7 million people aged over 40 can book their COVID booster jab from today. The mandatory gap from the second vaccine dose has been halved to 3 months as the Omicron variant continues to spread. It comes exactly a year after the first COVID jab was given to a patient. Now, to the weather, Storm Barra has been battering Britain with heavy rain, snow and winds gusting up to 86 miles an hour. We saw Laura earlier, didn't we? Well, it's been a rather damp start to England's Ashes campaign overnight in Brisbane. They were bowled out for 104 golden duck.
A golden duck?
I'm looking at you, Adil, because I know you love it.
I know Adil's a massive cricket.
There, you get bowled out on the first bowl.
Yes, it is, yeah. A duck is if you're out for...
In the Ashes, it's not happened very
well, yeah, it's quite rare for it to happen for...
Never mind the judges, the whole nation is doing.
Good morning. Boris Johnson has been urged by Labour to come clean and